Hello, everyone. So first of all, I would like to say welcome to this virtual information session, which is particularly on this double degree program, which is Bachelor of Language Studies with Honors, Bilingual Communication, and Bachelor of Global Business with Honors. So first of all, I would like to say welcome to this session. And let me first of all introduce myself to you. I am Daniel, and I'm supposed to be the one. I'm not supposed to be one. I am the one taking care of this double program, and that's why I'm here to say something about this program, to let you know more about the program. And if you have any questions later on, you're definitely welcome to ask questions after this session. All right. So I just want to make sure that everybody is now, looking at this slide here, and on which you can see this is the double degree program, bilingual communication and global business. All right. And just want to make sure that you're in the right section. But just one thing here. So if you're really interested in this program, I'm sure that you want to be a graduate, a major who is able to speak the English and Chinese language well, not in all contexts, but in this particular global business context. So if you really want to be, after your graduation of the program, if you really want to be a businessman, okay, or a business manager who can actually speak and write the English language and Chinese language well, I think this is the program that you should study. But first of all, let me just show you some features of this program before I talk about the further details. Right, so this is the program that we have to talk about, Bachelor of Language Studies with Honors, Bilingual Communication, in other words, Chinese and English communication, not just in terms of written Chinese and English, but also in terms of spoken Chinese and English. And in particular, we are interested in offering you courses in global business in terms of business management, business administration, so that you can actually excel yourself in different business contexts, okay? So just to remind you that if you're really interested in this program, this is the JUPAS code for this program, which is 9570. 9570. And I will have to say that this is, relatively speaking, a new program, because we first offered this program back in 2018. So if you're really interested in this program, you will be the third cohort of new students in this program. Right, so briefly, I would like to let you know more about the 4 years of study that you will be spending with us if you are in this double degree program. So this is something interesting here, because you can see this is actually a double degree program. In other words, by completing this program, you will be able to obtain 2 different major degrees. One in bilingual communication, which is English and Chinese, and the other one in global business. So in many UGC-funded universities, Hong Kong U, Chinese U, Baptist U, or City U, if you're interested in doing a double degree program, normally it takes 5 years for you to complete the double degree program. But here, as you can see that you just have to spend 4 years, okay, which is actually 1 year less, in order for you to complete this double degree program. But why can we do so? Okay, it's not because we do fewer courses, okay, or we actually ask students to do fewer credits of courses. It's basically we are going to make use of your year 2 summer, which is this one, and year 3 summer. In other words, you will have 2 summer terms here. So by doing these 2 summer terms, you will be able to finish the 5th year of course, 5th year of courses, but just in 2 summer terms. Okay, this is actually to maximize, okay, the benefit for you to graduate as early as possible in order for you to go to the society to earn money. Okay, so basically, as you can see that we've got 4 years here. So in year 1 and year 4, it's quite this kind of general pattern by doing the autumn term and the spring term. But in year 2 and year 3, you will be doing the summer term. Okay, so that's basically what you will be doing with us in this 4 years of study. Right, so I'm sure that you might be interested in more about the courses, okay, that you will be doing with us if you are in this program. Basically, this program is about 3 different types of courses. And these 3 different types of courses are able to equip you to be graduates who can effectively communicate in these 2 languages, English and Chinese, specifically in this global business context. Now, say, for example, in many business contexts, okay, or even in your secondary school, you have to do a lot of presentations, oral presentations. So in a business setting, say for example, how can you present a new product, or how can you promote a new product using good English language presentation skills, or using good Chinese language presentation skills? That's basically what we'll be doing in many courses in our program, okay? So all these courses are basically structured into the 4-year curriculum with 3 interconnected areas of study. So let me now introduce to you these 3 different types of courses in this program. Right, so if you still remember, the program name of this program is Bilingual Communication and Global Business, and definitely the first type of courses will be about bilingual communication, English and Chinese. And I'm sure that all of you know that we're now in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong has been experiencing a very special situation because we are emphasizing bilingualism and triliteracy. In other words, we should be able to write these 2 languages well in all sorts of contexts, written English and Chinese English. You have to write English emails in your workplace. At the same time, you also have to write Chinese emails in the workplace if you have to communicate with your counterpart in the mainland China, say for example. So in terms of bilingualism, we're actually talking about how we can foster a group of graduates who can write the English language and Chinese language effectively, so that they can actually effectively communicate with their counterparts, okay, worldwide or in the mainland. But secondly, Hong Kong has also been experiencing a very interesting situation because apart from being bilingual, we also have to be triliterate. Triliteracy is a very important thing because we should be able to speak the English language as well as Cantonese and Putonghua or Mandarin. So this is basically what we call triliteracy. So we have an array, a bunch of courses which would equip all of you with all these spoken Chinese, spoken English skills, as well as written English and Chinese skills. Okay, so they are the bilingual communication language proficiency courses. All right, but why do you have to speak and write the English and Chinese language as well? It's just because you have to put all these languages in a business context where you can actually conduct an English meeting well, or you can actually lead, okay, as the manager of your team, a discussion or a collaboration well. So it's just like a team here. So the second type of courses, as you can see from the second type, the red, okay, the red words here, global business. Perform effectively as a business executive by combining and applying business theories and concepts, and make contributions and informed judgments as a leader and member in a team setting, and communicate using the Chinese and English languages effectively. Okay, so we're not just talking about theories in global business. We do have a lot of business courses where you can actually put these business theories in practice. Okay, how you can execute judgments, how you can go through a smooth discussion in different kinds of business settings. So those are the courses that you will be experiencing in the second type of courses, global business. Last but not least, if you take a look at the yellow color words here, okay, we do have 5 to 6 synergy courses which are newly developed because of this bilingual communication and global business double degree program. Why? And I have to say that these synergy courses are quite unique and special, which I've never seen or seldom seen in other institutions offering similar programs like this one. Okay, but first of all, let's take a look at what these synergy courses are about. Analyze critically a wide range of written and spoken English and Chinese texts in relation to the socio-cultural context. Now, just now we were talking about how you can actually speak and write the English and Chinese language as well. But the thing here is you have to use these 2 languages in a real business setting. So first of all, you have to understand what a real, genuine business meeting is like before you can actually make use of the language, Chinese or English, in this setting. effectively for you to communicate ideas, okay? So in order for you to know what the setting is actually like, it's not just imitating that setting. It's not just walking into the room and saying something. You have to analyze the different scenarios that a meeting, okay, will occur, or you have to analyze how different people, how managers actually command, okay, their colleagues in terms of doing this and that. So all these require different kinds of analysis of the different kinds of business settings. And by these kinds of analysis, we will actually allow you to use the English language and the Chinese language well in order for you to communicate better in all these contexts. So that's basically a very important key point that most of our synergy courses will be about. And the second thing here, integrate and apply various theories and concepts of global business and bilingual communication to identify issues, analyze situations, and develop solutions. We're always talking about critical thinking, problem solving. In a business setting, I'm sure, even though you have not been a businessman before, I'm sure that you will envisage that there will be a lot of questions or daily routines or problems occurring in your business context. So how can you make use of the theories in business setting in order for you to solve the problems that you encounter in different business settings? That's what we're going to talk about in these synergy courses as well. Right. So as you can see, these are a bunch of bilingual communication courses that you will be doing with us in this program. And as I mentioned just now, they will be about Chinese language proficiency as well as English language proficiency. Okay. And on the other hand, there will be an array of global business courses, as you can see, integrated business foundation, business law, business issues, ethics, management policy, and strategy. All these are very important for an effective and successful businessman to survive in his or her workplace. So last but not least, if you still remember, these are the courses that I've just mentioned, synergy courses between language and business. And specifically, I would like to emphasize these particular courses here. Oh, sorry, let me just go back. Yeah. Analyzing discourse of workplace English. It's just like what I just mentioned. In the workplace, okay, you have to write emails. You have to send letters, all right? And you have to read and write and draft different kinds of business documents. So all these can be collectively known as workplace English. But in order for you to understand workplace English, or in order for you to produce workplace English effectively enough, definitely you have to understand the theories, okay? Or you have to understand how the English language and the Chinese language works in these kind of contexts, which is workplace English. So this course, Analyzing Discourse of Workplace English, is basically about how we equip you with different strategies, theories, plans for you to analyze the discourse of workplace English in order for you to understand and produce this kind of workplace English in a much better way. Okay, so that's basically one of the highlights of these, one of the many synergy courses. And the other synergy course is really very interesting, which is the very last one here. Non-verbal language for business communication. I'm sure everybody knows that in the workplace, when you have to communicate with others, definitely the first kind of language that you can think of would be verbal language. It's just like what I'm now doing. Okay, I'm now talking to you, okay, on these online platforms. So you can hear me well. It's just because of this verbal language. But as you can see, apart from or in addition to this kind of verbal language, what I'm now talking to you, I use a lot of body language, okay, like eye contact, okay, or I raise my eyebrows somehow to emphasize that it's a very important thing, okay. So, or I use a lot of gestures, okay. So if I'm actually walking around the classroom, which I can't do it here, okay, you see I can actually go close to you, okay, or even touching you in order for me to convey some ideas, convey some messages to you. So all these are collectively known as non-verbal language. In other words, apart from using the way that you talk, what other means can you actually use in order for you to achieve communication in a business context? Now, say, for example, in a business presentation where you have to sell a product or where you have to promote a product, you have to use a lot of non-verbal, different kinds of non-verbal language, eye contact, facial expression, or how you actually manipulate your voice, high pitch, low pitch, or different kinds of body language to go close to the clients or to keep a distance away from them just because of the coronavirus. Oh, I'm just kidding. So all these will come into play when it comes to non-verbal language. So all these are supposed to be accompanying the success of how you deliver verbal language in a business communication context. Okay, so all those will be taught in this course, non-verbal language for business communication. All right. Right. So it seems that I've talked quite a lot about how the courses of this program. Let me just mention briefly in terms of other learning opportunities. Okay, what else will you be doing at the Open University of Hong Kong, okay, with the School of Education and Languages, apart from the courses, the credits of courses that you have to earn in order for you to graduate from the program? So generally speaking, we've got three different types of things here. Number one, general education courses. You are going to be a bachelor's degree holder. So apart from the major discipline, bilingual communication and global business, that you should be excelling in, you should also be knowing something other than your own major disciplines. Okay, so this way we have provided a lot of general education courses for you to choose from, okay, which you have to do in order for you to graduate from the program. Apart from, I'm still talking about courses, okay, but apart from these courses, you can join many different student societies, okay, clubs, badminton club, if you are very keen badminton player, or you may join the English Society if you really want to know more about English, or if you want to promote English, okay, at the Open University of Hong Kong. Okay, so all these student societies will actually highly welcome all of you. Last but not least, it's really a highlight for students majoring in this program. Now, these particular, the third thing here, immersion program in an English-speaking country is not unique to you. It's not unique to the students majoring in bilingual communication and global business, but it's definitely unique to students in the School of Education and Languages. If you are in this program, bilingual communication and global business, definitely you will be one of the students in the School of Education and Languages. Okay, so let's take a look at the uniqueness of this immersion program in an English-speaking country. When it comes to English speaking, I'm sure that everybody would think of the three places, the UK, the US, and Australia. It's just because where English actually comes from. We have chosen for you this very famous university in the UK, in the United Kingdom, which is the University of Warwick. I would have to say it's one of the top 10 universities in the UK, okay? And that's why it's a very famous university, and it's got a very nice campus. So if you really want to experience campus life, okay, green campus life surrounded by different kinds of green, I'm sure that it's really a good place for you to go to. So for this English language and culture immersion program, it's organized every summer, okay? And during this 3 to 4 week immersion program, you will be doing workshops or mini lectures or seminars on British culture. So you will know more about music, advertising, food, education, and family in the UK. And definitely all these short courses and seminars will be in charge of by the Warwick teaching staff. Okay, so you will have a chance to be taught by the English-speaking people in the UK, okay, at a UK university. And apart from British culture, you will also have chances to know more about English literature. Okay, so going to the UK, learning about Shakespeare, okay, is a wonderful thing to do. All right. And what else, apart from those short courses, okay, indoor, and definitely we will have some excursion for you. And if you join this immersion program, you will have a chance to go to the Warwick Castle. It's one of the best, well-preserved castles in the UK, okay? And I'm sure that everybody knows Windsor Castle, okay, near London. And this one, Warwick Castle, is one of the best, I have to say. And you will also have a chance to go to Oxford, okay? The University of Oxford, okay, and the overall area in Oxford, which is a fascinating place. And just like what I mentioned just now, if you have to go to the UK, and definitely you will have a chance to learn more about Shakespeare. And not just in terms of the words, okay, Romeo and Juliet written by Shakespeare, but also the birthplace of Shakespeare, which is Stratford-upon-Avon, okay, which is quite near the University of Warwick, and that's why you have a chance to go there and to take a look at the Shakespeare Museum, which is fascinating, okay? So last but not least, in order for you to speak and use the English language only 24 hours a day, instead of allowing you to stay on campus where you may actually speak Cantonese or Putonghua with your classmates, you will be staying with British people, okay, in this homestay mode. So you will be sent to a British family, and you will be staying with them for the overall immersion program, okay? So when you're staying with them, definitely there will be cultural exchange, and you will know more about housing and family trends in the UK, and you will experience how British people, authentic British people, enjoy their breakfasts, okay? Not necessarily all-day breakfast every day, I have to remind you, okay? All-day breakfast, okay, that you may have on a Sunday morning in Hong Kong, is actually something quite luxurious in the UK, okay, with sausages, with bacon, okay, with beans, okay. But definitely, you will experience this kind of daily, ordinary breakfast, okay, with a UK family during this homestay program, and maybe all-day breakfast, the authentic all-day breakfast in the UK, just on a Sunday morning, okay. But last but not least, there's a chance for you to speak English all the time. Okay, so it's really a wonderful experience. And just to remind you, you may be curious. Oh, I have to go to the UK, which means that I have to pay a lot. Okay, don't worry. The university or the School of Education Languages will generously subsidize you in terms of the accommodation, in terms of the course fee, and in terms of this overall immersion program. So if you're with us, then you will have a chance to join this immersion program, okay, with very generous financial subsidy. So no worries. Right, so something factual here, which I'm sure everybody knows, okay, the standard JUPAS applicants admission standard, level 3 or above in English and Chinese, level 2 or above in mathematics, liberal studies, and an elective subject, okay, or an equivalent qualification. I'm sure everybody knows it's crystal clear. And just to let you know, the admission scores from last year, 2019 admission. So, sorry, it's not estimated, it's the actual thing. Median, 16, whereas the lower quartile, 15. And we have planned to admit round about 40 students this year for the first year intake. Right, so last but not least, I think it's time for me to take you through the career opportunities for further studies. Okay, what you can actually do after graduating from this program in terms of career opportunities. Definitely, you will imagine yourself working with other businessmen, okay, colleagues in a business setting. So professionals and managers in international business, international marketing, international relations, public relations management. That's what is global business in general. And what else? Administrative and executive work in the civil service, non-government organizations, commercial and business sectors. But in terms of language, if you're really interested in bilingual communication, it's just because bilingual communication, you are excellent in both English and Chinese. And that's why there will be a chance for you to develop your career in the translation field. Okay, it's just because you are truly bilingual. You can speak 3 languages or 3 dialects of 2 languages, and you understand, you can write 2 languages, all right? And definitely in some editing or publishing field, editing, ESL or EFL publishing. But if you're interested in further studies after this bachelor's degree, definitely the chances are numerous. Say, for example, you can do an MBA, Master of Business Administration, after graduating from this global business program, or master's degrees in accounting, human resource management, and corporate governance. Last but not least, language-wise, if you're interested in developing your languages, okay, Chinese and English, in a master's degree, you can actually do linguistics, applied linguistics, or translation as a master's degree, okay? Right, so I think it's almost the end of this section, which is about bilingual communication and global business, this double degree program.